Welcome to Board Game TV. Today's Thursday, and we're continuing our Talisman Tournament of Champions. Tournament Thursday. And we're playing the Harbinger expansion. Okay, so the alternate ending we're playing is the Armageddon Crown. We'll go over that when we come to it. If we come to it. I always want to just leave these surprises if we don't come to it, so not to ruin it for anybody who plays these games. We only have 3 characters this time. We have the Ascendant Divine, and she starts at the temple. This is her right here. And her thing is, she begins the game with 4 spells face down on your character card. These spells are your divine gifts. Your divine gifts do not count as spells for the purpose of other effects and do not count against your spell limit. When you gain strength or craft and have 4 or fewer divine gifts on your character card, take the top card of spell deck and add it. Once per round, you may cast one of your divine gifts as if it were a spell, though it does not count as a spell for the purpose. At the start of your turn, you may discard one of your divine gifts to draw a spell. And she's neutral. Next, we have the Celestial. This is him here. He starts at the chapel. He's good. You are always good. If any effect would change your alignment to neutral, ignore it. If any effect would change your alignment to evil, ignore it and lose 1 life. Your craft value is equal to your current fate, so we don't want to spend fate with him too much. After you roll die to prey, you may ignore the result and replenish 1 fate instead. Whenever you gain 1 or more lives, you may gain 1 fate. Whenever you heal 1 or more lives, you may replenish 1 fate. When you attack an evil or neutral character, you may choose to make the attack psychic. You do not do this when you are attacked by another character. And then we have the Possessed. This is him right here. They really upped it with the little minifigures on this expansion. As you can see, he has no strength. And basically they do that again on this one. You are always evil. If you would change your neutral, ignore it. If you change to good, ignore it and lose a life. Your strength is equal to your current life. And he has a life of 5. Whenever you defeat an enemy in battle, you may heal 1 life. At the start of your turn, you may discard 1 stranger placed in your space. If you do, you may heal 1 life. Then we have the Harbinger here. And he's kind of like the werewolf or the Grim Reaper, but he's a little different. He doesn't go on the board exactly just yet. After a character not in the inner region draws an event, move the Harbinger to his space. Okay? And then when you land on the space with the Harbinger, and instead of encountering your space, you must encounter your Harbinger by moving him to any other space not in the inner region and rolling 1 die. Okay, and then you roll a die and you do all this stuff right here. Whenever the top omen is discarded, move the Harbinger to this card. After the next omen in the stack is resolved, whenever a character in the same region as the Harbinger is instructed to buy a board space to draw cards, he must draw Harbinger cards instead. Well, we're going to have Harbinger cards anyways. We're just going to do that. Okay, so we have this omen. And this game comes with an omen stack, has like 8 cards in it, and the first one is basically the prophecy. And we're doing the Armageddon one here. And I saw the gates of heaven open before me, and a being of righteous light descending. To him were granted the 7 seals of divine judgment and all the scales of cosmic balance. He raised the scales, and I saw that evil weighed heavenly upon them, and knew that the time of judgment was at hand. So you're gonna discard these, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but these omen cards are gonna come, and you're gonna play 1 at a time. Like certain things will tell you to play the top card, and so you play the top card, and it'll stay like that for a little bit, and then another one play the next card, and they have various penalties and stuff like that that affect people throughout the game. And on that note, let's get started. So we're starting in alphabetical order. We're playing with the Ascendant Divine. She rolls a 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the castle. So that's going to happen there. We have the Celestial. He's a 6. So he goes to the city. There's really nothing he do. I guess fight the Mystic or something. And he rolls a 4. And he's going to gain 1 craft. Which would mean he would gain a fate. And then the Possess here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we draw a card. We have falling stars. Alright, we have an event. Alright, so remember, after a character not in the inner region draws an event, move the harbinger to his space. Okay, so we're moving the harbinger to his space. It says, when you land on his space with the harbinger, so now he's here. So if Omen doesn't get played, we won't put him back on the card. He's going to be here for a minute. If you land on his space, we do that. The stars fall down from the heavens. All characters roll one die. Each character with the lowest result must lose one life. Okay, Ascendant Divine, 3. Celestial, 1. And Possessed, 1. And then we'll have a roll off 5. And Possessed, 2. So the Possessed here is going to lose 1 life. Okay. And then it says, then place a crater terrain card on the space of one of the characters with the lowest result. And again, this kind of does terrain cards. And so we're going to put the crater here. And then, you know, you're going to like have stuff like that happen. So it's a little different. Alright, so she rolls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's got to draw a card. Herald of War. Strength of 4. Adds 2 to his track roll if you rolled a 4, 5, 6 while any die in battle with him. Okay, so she has a, let's see what her top spell is. We're going to do a divine spell, see what we have. This balloon. Cast on another character. Okay, well, we're going to discard that. And we're going to gain a spell that we could use. Okay, well, that's not really anything we can use there. Sorry, we're going to have to fight. This thing has a strength 4, she has a strength 3. She's going to lose. Let's see, 5 and 4 is 9, 4 and 3 is 7. If she rolls a 6, we'll spend a fate. If she rolls a 6, she can stand off. She doesn't. So, she's going to lose a life. Okay. It's the Celestial's turn. He rolls a 1. And we have Horseman of Death. Oof. If you do not defeat the Horseman of Death, each character without a talisman will lose 1 life. As you can see, this thing's a little hard. Okay, so this thing has he has a higher craft, so he'll fight it with the craft. You can choose. Okay, well, that's 4 and 5 is 9, but 2 and 9 is 11. So again, if I do a fate, see, that's going to be my current craft. My craft to go down 1. So we've lost. Okay, so that guy's there. Everybody's got to lose a life because of that. So 1, 1, and 1. Huh. Maybe a short game. Alright, the Possessed here, he rolls 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's at the fields. Let's move him there. And let's see what we get. We have Plague of Locust, an event. Alright, so we're moving the Harbinger back to this space. Locusts scour the land, consuming all they find. All characters roll 1 die. Each character with the lowest result must discard 1 object or 1 follower. Well, we don't have any of that. So, but we have to put the Barren Terrains card on there. We have to put what now? What card is this? They place a Barren Terrain card. Oh, okay. So I could have just shuffled it. Alright, well, we'll just go with the top one. And we're going to put the Barrens. Alright, lose 1 life. Alright, it's her turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to draw a card. Oh boy, Insane Elemental. Place 1 random terrain card on your space. Okay. The Bog. Alright, and this thing has a craft of 5. Jeez. Let's look at her divine gifts here. Maybe she can have something. Again, well, we'll discard it to get a different spell. Maybe we can. Nah, well, it's the same one. All right. 3 and 5 is 8. 2 and 3 is 6. She's going to spend a fate. All right. Well, there we go. 6 and 3 is 9. 3 and 5 is 8. She beats it. Good for her. The Celestial rolls a 6. Draw a card. Here we go. Horseman of Disease. If you do not defeat each character without talisman must lose 1 strength or craft. Okay, well, he's gonna craft fight it. Wow, whoa. Okay, so we have 5 and 5 is 10. Again, he's gonna have to lose a life, and everybody's gonna have to lose a strength or craft. Now, I think he'll lose a craft. She'll lose a craft. The Possessed. He rolls a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, he's a follower, cursed. After rolling the die when praying, you may add up 2 to the score. Whenever you visit the chapel, lose 1 fate. Whenever you visit the Great Lord, lose a life. Well, that's a great follower to have. However, yeah. Alright, it's her turn. She rolls a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she lands on this guy with a... See, this is going to hurt everybody. Okay, well, let's see if she's got a good divine gift. Casting yourself, discard 1 of your magic objects to all your lives. Well, she doesn't have any of that. But she'll keep that. Okay, so she has to fight this guy. This guy has a 9. Okay, well, alright. 5 and 3 is 8. 9, no. So she loses a life for losing against him. And then it says, if you not, each character without a talisman must lose 1 life. So he's going to lose a life, and he's going to lose a life. She should actually have 2, because you lose life and you're not going to double lose. So he's down to his last life. So we got problems. All right, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The stars align. Event. Alright, so we're going to put an event here. Signs are seen in the heavens, and wise men and women scour. Roll 1 die on the harbinger chart, then discard this card. Alright. 3. There is no escape. Place 1 harbinger card on top of the adventure deck. Well, we're not going to have to worry about that. You see, you're supposed to not use these harbinger cards. You see how hard they are, but we're going to go ahead and, like I said, normally you would not use these harbinger cards, the harbinger deck. You only use the harbinger deck when in the same region as the harbinger, instructed by a board space to draw cards, and he draws harbinger cards. But we're playing the full thing, where we're doing harbinger cards all together. So you see they're pretty hard. Alright, so it's the Possessed's turn. He rolls a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has to draw 2 cards. And this expansion is not a good one. Alright, so what do we have? First thing he has to do is the Skeleton King. Rolls over. He adds 1 to his attack roll for each trophy point you have. Well, that won't be happening. So he has a strength of 3. Unfortunately, he has a strength of 2. Let's see. Alright. Well, it looks like it's going to be a standoff. I guess he can live with that. I could try to roll a fate, but if I roll under, Alright, here she rolls a 1. Let's see. Altar of Greed, place. When you visit the Altar of Greed, lose 1 life. You may lose 1 life to take 1 object. Okay, no. That's not going to happen on that. Alright. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, he's at the crater, so he has to roll 1 die. He rolls a 5. Valuable ore, gain 1 gold. Possessed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we have him landing on the harbinger. So what he has to do is he has to roll the die and see what happens. He rolls a 6. Choose one omen in the discard pile and place it on top of the omen stack. Well, unfortunately, there's no omens in the thing yet. We haven't had to do an omen yet. So, okay. Alright. 6 for the Senate here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, she has the skeleton with a strength of 3. Tied. She beats it. And then we have this card right here. Object Curse. When the top omen is discarded, lose 1 life and either 1 strength or 1 craft. Ooh, you win the game if the last omen is discarded instead of losing it. The Apocrypha. Okay. Alright, well that's fine. Alright. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to draw him a card. Craft, vengeful go. This Death Wailer. Well, you have this card as a trophy, reduce the value. Okay, it's a craft of 3. Now, our craft is, of course, 5. So we beat it. Alright. Well, you know, rough start, but we're still going. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. The Herald of War. Okay, well, if you rolled a 4, 5, or 6, he adds 2 to his attack roll. So he's going to have a 7 and 4 is 11, 4 and 2. No, he just lost his, he lost a life. So we're still going. 1, 2, 3. She's going to draw a card. Event. Put them there. Thunder and lightning shall shatter the mountains. Each character places 1 random terrain card on his space, then discard the top omen along with this card. Okay, let's do the terrain. So he gets a terrain. We get terrain here. We get terrain here. Okay. Then discard the top omen. So we're discarding the prophecy. Each character the same region. So this is what happens. The first omen, Armageddon, Doom. The first seal was broken and the deafening sound of thunder drove hope away. Each character in the same region as the harbinger must lose 1 fate. Whenever a character defeats a knight, he may replenish 1 fate. So he's going to lose a fate. He unfortunately is going to lose a fate. And she's going to lose a fate. He's going back now. He gets taken off the board. See, it says right here when alright. Whenever the top omen is discarded, move the harbinger back to this card. So he's back on that card now. Okay, so we're doing 3 for him. 1, 2, 3, and he lands on the Horseman of Death. And well, you know, I think this is going to be the end of the game here. I don't think he can beat him. No, especially not after that roll. He's going to lose a life. And then every other character that does not have a talisman will have to lose a life. Well, what's going to happen is he has 1 life left, so he would die as well. She would lose a life. She has a life left. And so she is the de facto winner of this game. It was a short game. Don't get me wrong, it was really short. However, let's take a moment to talk about this. As I said, I've already gone over how I've played differently. So, in normal game terms, this game would have lasted longer because we wouldn't be playing Harbinger cards all the time. Although he was on the board for a while, we finally got him off. This expansion, like the Firelands expansion, which was the one before this, kind of breaks the mold of the expansions of what to do. First of all, it ramps up the difficulty like the Firelands kind of did. But it adds a lot more gameplay variety. You know, for a small block expansion, you get a lot. You get a Harbinger guy. Although you only get 3 characters. That is one of my one bugaboo, I guess, about this expansion. Only 3 characters, but their minis are well done. The Harbinger is kind of cool. It's basically a prelude to the next big box set, which is the last box set for Talisman, which is the Cataclysm. But we'll see that when it comes. It only has 2 alternate endings. It only has 3 characters. That's my big bugaboo. However, you get omen cards, and there are more than just 1 omen things in the deck. As you can see, each omen basically has 8 cards. So you have the prophecy, and then you have I think the rise of the dead, and there may be even one more. So there's several different omens in this deck. Very much a lot of replayability. Second of all, the terrain cards, you know, they add a lot of variability as well. I mean, you're going to end up putting these things all out there, and that's going to do that. The Harbinger deck is a really hard deck. But you know what? I got to say, after the Halloween theme of the Blood Moon, I like this deck. It is in a very demonic, angels, apocalyptic, end of the world, 7 seals type, Book of Revelations type deck. It really is, and it has that theme to it. I like that. So, you know, honestly, if I were going by what small box expansions to get, you know how I feel about the Blood Moon. You know I love that one the most. But honestly, this would be the second one I would get, even before the Grim Reaper, because it just has a really good theme. It's really hard, even if when you do the regular adventure deck, it is still a hard game. But it is really good. I love the theme of it. I think the characters are kind of neat. You know, your craft values equal, you know, to your fate. Your strength is your life. You know, that kind of thing. So there's really not much more to say other than, okay, so the Ascendant Divine wins, and she's going on to the final tournament. It's not the one who I would have thought would have won, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was short, but like I said, yeah, this is a hard one. And next time we're coming up to the last expansion of Talisman. So until then, I hope to see you and have fun.